I think my boyfriend of 7 years is losing sexual interest in me. I am F26, and I met my boyfriend in first year of college and we have been together for 6+ years. We are about to get married next year. We are having sex since the time we started dating. He's the first and last guy that I have had it with, and he had a double-digit body count before me, so obviously he has good amount of sexual experience and some expectations from me, whereas I didn't had either. He used to always complain your boobs are small, you are not the type, etc., and I used to see some porn to actually learn the tricks how to make myself more pleasurable, forgetting my own pleasure, that sex is a thing to enjoy for a girl too. Cut short to now, I like having sex sometimes when the sex is mutual, not just me making it pleasurable for him. He also likes the sex, but he says now he's bored of just me and wants to taste somebody else too, but he's not able to because that'd be wrong and it would be a big thing as we are about to get married, which I think he's not fully into it. He's just marrying because he has told his parents about me. This can be covered in part 2. Also, I have caught him red-handed talking dirty texts with his ex, which was 3 years back, and now he says he's clean. But now when I have started to enjoy sex, he isn't because he's bored of me, and that hurts. I am just not a girl who would have side hookups and other thing. I don't even have guy friends. I just don't have any idea how to deal with this. Should I let him have other girls just for the sake of keeping my sexual life sane? Also, I can't go back to not marry him because now our parents are involved and they have already started all the talks. So that isn't a choice. My friend's wife blew me. To be clear, I didn't know who she was at the time. I had been friends with this guy in school, but it had been about 8 years since I last saw him. I bump into him one day just randomly at the gas station. We have a chat and he properly opened up about struggling with depression and how he thought his wife was cheating on him as she went out drinking a lot. We sent a few texts back and forth in the days afterwards. That weekend I went to my job as a bouncer in the local town. I was on my own on the door as it was a quiet bar and the owner was an ex-boxer and gypsy, so would always back me up when anything happened. He was far scarier than me, tbh. So anyway, this woman and her friends come in and she's all over me from the minute she's in there. She asks me to come to the bathroom with her, but I refuse as I can't leave the door unattended. We exchange numbers and I don't think much of it. Bouncers get hit on every night. When the club shuts, she's still in there and waits outside for me. I go out, we go back to my car and she starts blowing me. A few minutes and her phone goes off. She answers. She lies to the person on the phone saying she's at a friend's and will be home soon. Instant alarm bells start going off. She hasn't even stopped. She's still going while waiting for the reply. She hangs up and looks at me and says, "Sorry, that's just my husband." I was shocked, and then I noticed the ring and felt like an asshole. But I was already past the point of no return. I came, she swallowed and she left to get a taxi home. I offered to drive her but she refused. A couple of days later I get a friend request on Facebook from my old friend. I add him and click on his profile picture. It's him and his wife on their wedding day. I recognized her instantly. I thought about telling him. I asked for advice. The problem is they have kids together and it would cause me a lot of trouble if it came out I was the one who had told him. He seems to have made a recovery from his depression and is now an activist for men's mental health and promotes a local mental health group. We have messaged and he says he's doing so much better, their relationship is solid now and he trusts her. But it's so heartbreaking for me. How fucked am I? So I slept with this girl 6 weeks ago this Sunday. She texts me today and said she's 4 weeks pregnant. Why did she wait this long to tell me? Is it possible this child is mine given the time frame? We just hooked up and I pulled out before finishing. I haven't talked to her in 6 weeks until today. I don't understand why she waited 6 weeks after we had sex that she's pregnant. Is it possible it isn't mine? Please help. I've lied about my weight transformation online by showing me now as before pic. I was feeling down about my weight gain and lied about my weight loss online. I used my current pic as a before pic and pictures from before is now. I am not sure why I even did this exactly. I guess I needed some compliments and kind words. I know my wife is cheating. I have been married for over 20 years. She has been having an affair for several years now. I recently found out it was more than platonic. I have been tracking her and monitoring her phones. I have been collecting evidence for a final I know everything conversation and have her leave. Although we have not been intimate for several years. I truly love her and don't know what it would be like without her. College kids still living at home and house is paid for. So if she leaves she will also lose seeing the kids. I want her to leave so that she sees everything I provide in this house. I really want her to leave, so that she is embarrassed of what she is doing. The guy was a friend of the family, but she no longer invites him, because I know. I want to hurt her for what she has done to me. And have all of her family judge her for how she has treated me. I want her to suffer emotionally and for her to see what she had and lost it.